Hey everyone, my name is Alexander Robinson and this is my travel channel. Happy Halloween as of recording this video because it's October 31st and I'm going to be doing Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights for the very first time. Now you might be wondering, it's daylight. It's too early to be excited for Horror Nights. Well, to that I say it's never too early to be excited for Horror Nights. But also, Universal Studios Florida has something what they call Stay and Scream. Basically, you can go to any section of the park that has that area, as long as you have a Horror Nights ticket, and you'll be able to knock out a house or two before the rest of the park opens for the event. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm in the New York area right now, about to hop in line for the Dueling Dragons maze, which has been my most anticipated when it comes to Horror Nights Orlando. And my main goal is to do all the original houses they have here. Don't plan to do Exorcist, Stranger Things, Last of Us, Chucky, or Universal Monsters because Universal Studios Hollywood already has them. And I've been told they are different, but I want to do the stuff that Universal Studios Hollywood does not have. So that does it for the intro. I'm gonna start hopping in line. After a little over an hour wait, it's finally time to choose thy fate. And we stopped again, but at least it's in the shade. So I will take that as a win. And we're off again. My first foray into Halloween Horror Nights Orlando is about to begin. So Dueling Dragons, I thought it was pretty cool, no pun intended. Even though the ride's gone, it was good to get something similar in the form of a haunted house. Could have used more dragons, but I thought it was pretty decent enough. So right now, a bunch of the other houses are starting to open for Stay and Scream, Exorcist, Stranger Things, and Last of Us, but the next one that I'm aware of, in terms of the original houses here, Yeti, opens at 6. So I'm gonna try, if possible, to find some food before Yeti opens up. So I managed to stop off at Haagen-Dazs. I got myself a cookies and cream sundae. It has caramel in it because they were out of chocolate syrup, but that's fine. Makes things a little more interesting. It's pretty good, but you know, it's a sundae, not much else to say about it. So right now the soundscape around New York is a little different because they are officially setting up for when Halloween Horror Nights opens up for everyone else. It's currently 5:44. And I'm just killing time until Yeti opens up. And the thing about this vlog here is I'm not going to be able to showcase any of the houses because unlike Universal Studios Hollywood, Universal Orlando is very restrictive when it comes to taking photos or video on their attraction. The plan for me is still the same. I'm going to knock out all 5 original houses here that they don't have in Hollywood and then just see what else Horror Nights has to offer. So a bunch of hippie vampires have taken over in New York already. But it's time to head back to Yeti. So to get to Yeti, we gotta go in the exact same direction as Dueling Dragons. So right there, stage 24 is where they had Dueling Dragons. And this continues to be the line for Yeti. Alright, so Yeti was pretty cool as well. One thing I'm starting to notice with these Horror Nights houses is how big they are. I mean, with Dueling Dragons and Yeti, they both had them in a soundstage, and they didn't have the black tarp like I'm so familiar with at Hollywood parks, but still early in the day. I have 3 more houses that I want to check out, and then I'll just explore the rest of Halloween Horror Nights until I feel like heading out. Going back through the hippie vampire zone. Chucky's over there. Currently has a 25-minute wait. Last of Us is all the way down there. And while I'm currently heading in the direction of Last of Us, I will be doing Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins and The Darkest Deal. Whichever one has the shorter line will be my next priority. Looks like we got another scare zone up ahead. Shipyard 32, it appears. Cages are secure. I know I'm currently passing by something that is pretty monumental that I've never done before, but I'll come back to it, because based on what I've heard, that area is certainly worth visiting during Halloween Horror Nights. This is a pretty spectacular view in a quiet area of Halloween Horror Nights right now. So right here, The Last of Us is currently a 55-minute wait. Not too bad on normal situations, but I already did Last of Us and Horror Nights Hollywood, so we're gonna head right over here to a 5-minute wait for The Darkest Deal. Alright, so The Darkest Deal is pretty good. I think I'm more interested in just how Universal Orlando does these original houses, because I know everyone will flock to the big IPs, the more popular ones. Those are good as well. I'm always more curious to see what they do with the original stuff, because there's always a surprise at every turn. But yeah, that was so far my least favorite of the bunch. I think I like Dueling Dragons and Yeti a little more, but now 2 more houses to do. Next up is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origin. And it is right here, sitting at a 20-minute wait. Huh, circus tent.
I welcome those of kindred souls. Like me, you seek the gut-wrenching oddities of our time.
Well, I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright, so that is my favorite house of the night so far. It's very colorful, very original, and I think I'm not too familiar with the HHN lore for Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, but I believe Dr. Oddfellow is the one who murdered the guy who would eventually become Jack the Clown right down there. So that makes it a little more unique and special towards this event specifically. Although I have to admit something. Well, I did get some scares out of it. Whenever the scare actors would pop out, they'd be accompanied by these boing or woo noises like in a circus. So it was weird. I wasn't bothered by it, but I think it's worth pointing out. But now I only got one more house to do. Blood Moon Dark Offerings, and that's closer towards the entrance of the park where Rip Ride Rocket is. Halloween Horror Nights hasn't been operating for a full hour already, and I've already done 4 out of 5 houses I wanted to do, so let's finish this. Here's something interesting. Unlike Universal Studios Hollywood, the Simpsons ride is not open during Halloween Horror Nights, and there's no Treehouse of Horror music playing in the area. That's really bizarre, huh? I guess that makes sense considering that the Simpsons ride never does a Treehouse of Horror re-theme for Halloween Horror Nights. But I thought it was interesting to note that, yeah, in Hollywood they have it open during Horror Nights, whereas here they don't. Here we come to another scare zone. And now I can't see anything. Oh!
The twisting of nature in beast is but a first step towards becoming the most powerful being in this universe and beyond.
Alright, there we go. Boy, that was a thick layer of fog. It was like, who's a scare actor and who's a guest? I can't tell anymore. Oh, that's... Yeah, I'm loving this Halloween Horror Nights. I still love Universal Studios Hollywood, but this one is pretty grand, and I love it. Now that it's nighttime, I can appreciate Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando at its fullest glory. And of course, we got Mel's Die-In right here. Another scare zone incoming. Dark Zodiac appears to be the name, and I hear chainsaws. Hello there. I can't see again. Okay, there we go. All right, Blood Moon Dark Offerings is currently at a 15-minute wait, but you know what? This is the last house I wanted to do for Horror Nights, so I will take that 15-minute wait. Dueling Dragons, Yeti, Darkest Deal, Dr. Oddfellow, and Blood Moon. All those houses are the ones that I made a top priority of. I've done them all, and Halloween Horror Nights has only been open for less than an hour and a half, so I feel very accomplished right now. Doing Stay and Scream earlier today really helped out a lot. And the thing is, at Universal Studios Hollywood, I think it is possible to do all the houses there without getting Universal Express. Here, I am not so sure if that's the case. Again, this is my first time being here at Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. So maybe it's possible, but considering how massive this is truly bigger than Hollywood's HHN. It might be a little more difficult to do. Because over on the YouTube channel Vincent Vision, he did a vlog where they had Express, but they went all night getting through the entire line with Express. So without Express, I don't think it's possible. I decided to head towards the exit of the park. I'm not leaving Horror Nights yet. Oh no, I am not done yet. But the thing is, now that I've done all the houses, what do I do now? Well, let's go on some rides. There are some rides here that I have not done. I want to go through all the scare zones again, and I have to go through Diagon Alley because they have Death Eaters roaming around, so I gotta check that out. And now I can actually get a proper view of the main sign right over here. No fire shooting out like in Hollywood, but still pretty neat. I see Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is open for Halloween Horror Nights. I've never done this ride before. This might be the only chance I get to do it at night. That roller coaster's got a rave going on. It's currently sitting at a 20-minute wait, but like Mummy earlier today, or in the last video, I'm gonna go ahead and do the single rider line. So that was fun. It gave me a headache, admittedly, and also I can't, that right there, just going straight up, I thought that was stressful on Velocicoaster, but this, it goes slowly, and oh boy, it's just, I don't know. It's a good ride, don't get me wrong. It's just Hulk, Hagrid's, and Velocicoaster just blow this one out of the park. Those are infinitely better, and I was glad that I went on it, especially at night. So I'm going to head into the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store to get out of the madness for a bit and to get some much needed AC, because this feels nice. Man, they really go all out with the look of these tribute stores. Like, I've seen vlogs of it beforehand, but to see it in person is pretty spectacular. This is cool. I love this comic book noir aesthetic to it, and whatever this creature is. Here we've got the Hallway of Frights. These are a bunch of people who basically paid to have their photo taken. They get put in a comic book cover. There's a whole hallway of them. There's the Pew 2 right there. There's Vincent Vision right down there. And there's Super Enthused and Expedition Theme Park right there. And 2 pugs, because pugs are awesome. I believe this is the end of the tribute store. This is such a cool looking place. Alright, now it's time to head back out into the madness that is Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando. Now it's time to head through this area at night. With that scare zone back there, because the vampire makeup isn't super exaggerated, there aren't a lot of masks, it's kind of difficult to know who's a guest and who's an actual scare actor. But I dig the vibe. Really dig the hippie style music. Even if there's a lot of people screaming. Back at Shipyard 32, and the crowds are really starting to build up. Glad I accomplished everything that I needed to accomplish when I did, because it is busy. All right, here's the moment I've been waiting for. It's my first time heading into Diagon Alley, and wow. Wow, this is nice. This is nice. There's the Gringotts dragon. Poor thing. It's aggravated and running amok. There's a cool breeze in here. It feels so nice. Yeah, that dragon, I'm just pretty much waiting for it to start breathing fire. But it's been a while, and I don't know exactly when it's going to do that. But for right now, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is open during Horror Nights. It's a 25-minute wait. I've never done this before. Oh wow, this is pretty spectacular. Looks just like the films. Why are these goblins working? It's Halloween. Don't y'all celebrate anything?
If you wish to open an account, make your way.
I don't think I need an account. I'm good. There is a bit of an irony that we just went down an elevator and now we're walking up a flight of stairs. They look like giant mummy cars, but with 3D glasses. This could be fun. Could be is an understatement. I think Escape from Gringotts may be my favorite of the 3 Wizarding World rides at Universal Orlando Resort. Sorry for Forbidden Journey, this one's slightly more impressive. Like, I can't describe to you how immersive and well integrated the real sets and the screens are. It's just spectacular. Can't wait to go on it again tomorrow. I think there's a lot of people here just waiting for that dragon to breathe fire. We're all that kid from Shrek Forever After. Do the thing, do the thing. Here it comes. Any second now. Whoa! There it is. That's what we all wanted to see. Now that the dragon finally breathed fire, I'm gonna go check out the rest of Diagon Alley before heading back. Where are the Death Eaters at? Okay, that is not the night sky. I think this is Nocturne Alley? Is it? Sinister enough to be Nocturne Alley. Oh, there's the outside. The actual outside. Yep, that was Nocturne Alley. As much as it pains me to leave Diagon Alley at night, because this is the only time in my trip I'm ever going to experience this, I gotta go home. I will be back here tomorrow morning. This is pretty dark right here, but really nice view of Springfield and the other side of the pond, as the Brits say, for Universal Studios Florida. Really love all the lighting effects for Halloween Horror Nights, both here and in Hollywood. And that's a wrap on Halloween Horror Nights. So my first impressions of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando, everything that has been said about this being the premier haunting event in the country is no exaggeration. They go all out with it. It's massive, it's incredible. I love all the original stuff and the lore. It's really a great place to go to. If you've never been to Universal Orlando Resort during Halloween Horror Nights, I would highly recommend doing that. Even if you're familiar with Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood, it's quite different. There's so many differences that it's really worth doing both. But which is the better one? Well, in my honest opinion, Orlando has the lore, it has the size, and it has more original houses, but I think Hollywood just has the edge a little more because, and this may be my own bias talking, the Terror Tram makes Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood worth it alone. I absolutely love the concept of the Terror Tram, and this is something that Orlando just doesn't have. But again, that's not to put down Universal Orlando Resort at all for their horror nights. It is still incredible. 5 stars out of 5, 10 out of 10, highly recommended. Now, I do understand that there are some things that I didn't do, and I imagine those of you who are regulars to this Halloween Horror Nights are screaming at me like, why didn't you do everything? Why didn't you get an express pass? The thing is, I tend to spend about 3 hours in Halloween Horror Nights. I'm very selective of what I want to do, and I had a game plan going in. I wanted to do Dr. Oddfellow, Dueling Dragons, Yeti, Blood Moon, and Darkest Deal. All the houses that Universal Studios Hollywood did not have, and I managed to accomplish that. And go on several rides and see Diagon Alley for the first time. And the only time I'm going to see it at night for the foreseeable future. So I had my game plan, and I know everyone else has their own methods of doing Halloween Horror Nights. It mainly is what suits you best. And what suits me best right now is going home and getting some sleep because I am exhausted. Oh! And I am back at my hotel room. Oh, what a night. What a night that was. Let me lower this a bit. Again, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. And if you want to find me elsewhere on YouTube, you can go to my movie review channel, Alexander Robinson Movie and TV Reviews, for anything movie related. And don't forget to follow me on other forms of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Threads. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good night, take care, and safe travels.